If you like punching women in a virtual environment to the sounds of dubstep and Skullgirls is too weeaboo for you, then Girl Fight is the game for you. You play as one of 8 virtual characters who must battle each other one-on-one to gain the chance to fight a copyright-infringing Jurel from Virtua Fighter and achieve their goal of becoming a real human girl. So it's like Pinocchio, only more socially acceptable to fap to. The game lends itself to the Dead or Alive style of fighting, where combinations are the order of the day. And this is all topped off with a feature known as Psy, a pre-game selectable option which allows you to choose items such as a temporary shield or a health leech, etc., which can be activated at any time during a match. There are some really weird decisions with this game though. Such as story mode, you can only play as a grand total of 1 character until you've unlocked each girl after beating the whole game with the previous character. So in other words, you have to beat the entire game 8 times to unlock the entire roster. The character designs are also rather disappointing, with all the characters looking very samey, just their hair, cut and clothing, or rather lack of, being their only real redeeming differences. They don't even really hold themselves uniquely either, so it's really sadly lacking any real personality whatsoever. The game itself also feels kinda clunky. There's no real flow to the moves, which makes it feel more like a Western 3D fighter from the late 90s, sort of like Versus on a PS1. So the majority of the time you feel like you're hammering on the punch and kick buttons like a mad spastic in hope you knock out a decent combo. Excellent. But it does have a rather excellent counter system, which you can easily perform for once, rather than pray that it works like 90% of the other fighters. Threat. But what you really have is a rather average fighter with vanilla characters that forces the player to master each one, with very little reward in the outcome, other than a half-naked drawing of them to collect. It's not a bad fighter by all means, it just needs to offer more to the gamer than a bit of cleavage. It's also a shame they didn't create a method where you can play the game with one hand. You get plenty more entertainment out of the game that way, I can assure you. FNAF.
Lieutenant Nwoju, did you ever question the serum you drank as a child?